So Chris, you ready, boy?
Yeah!
Just say no. 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 Just say no.
What's up, Toronto?
All right.
I wish I was in a better mood today. Normally I'm in a great mood. But today, I gotta be honest, I am so disappointed in our country. Yes. Beyond disappointed in our country. In Ontario, we got something that we didn't see in other parts of the country. We saw the police stepping up.
Yeah.
We saw the Toronto police step up. We saw the Niagara police step up. We saw the Ottawa police step up and show us that they're on our side.
Right on.
Show us that they're not going to enforce these mandates.
That's right.
For a year and a half, I warned you all of the vaccine passports. I told you exactly what it means.
Yeah.
Slavery.
That's right.
Now you're going to take a vax every 6 months.
No way.
In order to go to a restaurant, in order to go to work, in order to go watch your kids play hockey. And you're okay with this.
No way.
After I told you for a year and a half where it's going to lead. It doesn't stop there. Now they can make you take as many jabs as they want. They can make you take pills. They can make you take a blood test. They can force you to do whatever they want. And you do no longer have the right to just say no. Why? Because when I told you to just say no, you didn't. Well, we got a little parade going through. So you know what? I'm gonna let them do their thing. I'm gonna let them go through. I love this. Yeah, they're saying no vax pass. This is what we need. This is exactly what we need. More unity. More people.
Freedom!
Cheer them on.
Freedom!
Oh my gosh. And just when you think there's no hope, reinforcements have arrived into the dressing room. Wow. Okay, maybe I'm a little less disappointed right now. No vax pass.
No vax pass!
No vax pass. That's all I like to see. Guys, just stick around. Let's talk. No vax pass. No vax pass. No vax pass. No vax pass. No vax pass.
No vax pass! No vax pass! No vax pass! Yeah! Freedom!
Now that we have everybody's attention, these people made my point for me. As I'm talking about how dangerous this vaccine passport is, what happened? They literally just appeared out of nowhere to tell you how dangerous the vaccine passport is. Where does it go from there? If you go to the central bank website for the Bank of Canada, they have a new job offer for whoever's going to create the central bank digital currency.
Yeah.
That means your money, like your ID and your vaccine passport, are now going to be digital and merged together into one. So if you don't get your jab, you won't be able to use your money. So it starts out right now that, oh, you can't go to a gym or you can't go to a restaurant. And then by next year, it's you can't access your money to even buy your groceries.
Right.
Do you understand why it needs to stop now?
Yes!
If you're a business owner and you make any friggin' excuse to turn away your customers, oh, I'm gonna get fined, oh, I might lose my liquor license, oh, they might shut me down. First of all, that's all 100% bullshit.
Yeah!
Second of all, it makes you no different than the Nazi collaborators.
That's right.
And you know what happened to them? You know what happened to them? They faced capital punishment. And for every business owner that wants to do this, they deserve, at the very least, to have their business taken away from them. And how do we do that? Look what they're doing in Switzerland. They tried to pull this crap there, so the people decided we're going to have picnics in the streets until the restaurants either allow your customers or they go broke.
Somebody move them?
What's this? Oh, we got to look at this. We have a PPC supporter trying to what? Trying to slander me? Let's see. Where's the PPC, everybody? What happened to your blue or purple wave? When I told everybody the election had no merit, when I told everybody Maxime Bernier wasn't even going to get a seat, when I told everybody that Trudeau was going to retain a minority and the only way through this was united non-compliance, now we have this.
Get back, everybody.
If this isn't what you like to call controlled opposition, when everybody calls me controlled opposition, I don't know what is. I want everybody to take note. Where's the PPC now that the election's over and there's no more money for them? Where are any of their people? Where are any of their supporters? They're not here. They sent one stooge to do this, to try to stifle my real message. It's okay. You know what we're going to do? I need my space. So if everybody would be nice enough to move this around for my space, because it's a legal requirement. Talk until they shut up.
Back up! Everybody back up! Everybody back up now! Give Chris some space!
You're not going to spoil the message. You're not going to stop me from speaking. In fact, I'm just going to take that away from you. Right, take it away from me. You're going to have a good time.
Hey, how you doing, man? I'm good, I'm good.
Don't be violent. Look at that. Political violence from the PPC. Just like they threw rocks at Justin Trudeau. That was also the PPC. What else did the PPC do? They lied to you, they took your money, and then a week before the election, they told you, by the way, we're not going to win.
Please move back a little bit more. Move back, please, a little more. We don't want him to get
As for his sign that says something about if you want an expensive car, get a job and pay for it, what I'm trying to do is save everybody's jobs. What I'm trying to do is save everybody's business. What I'm trying to do is fighting for people's right to go to work without having to take an experimental death jab. What are you fighting for? I'm on 8 separate bails. You guys had to back up. I had to stand on a street because I could get arrested if I step onto the property. Last night, somebody tried to attack us. If you want to know what happened, how scared they are of this message and how scared they are of what's going on right now. I'm currently involved, and I'm going to bring it out to the world. I'm currently involved in a plan to morally, lawfully, and ethically take our country back.
Yes! Freedom!
That's all you gotta do, just remove the unwanted people. We should just have the police remove them.
Please move back.
Please step away from the sky!
I'm going to deal with it myself.
Guys, please move back. Move back. Come on.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Everybody move back.
Move back.
Hell, man.
Guys, just please, just a little bit more. A little bit
If
more.
I keep going when people aren't listening, it's not going to do much good. And that's exactly what they're trying to do. So how about everybody ignore the one crazy planted disruptor and everybody actually just follow along with the speech. He's obviously here for a reason, ladies and gentlemen. It ain't because the PPC is going to win an election. So how about we ignore him and we just listen, because we have very important stuff to cover. And the very important stuff to cover has to do with your children's future. If you're not angry yet about what's going on, then there's something wrong with you. And anger doesn't have to come from hate. Anger is a reaction from when you find out something you love is threatened. Anger is the energy that you bring to the table to fight back for those that you love. And if you do not love your children enough to protect them from an experimental injection perpetually, and you do not love your children enough to stand up to a arena security guard and walk in and watch them practice their hockey game because you're afraid they might call the police, then ladies and gentlemen, you are part of the problem. We just went into the Eaton Center an hour ago. We walked into their food court, we ordered their food, and then we walked right by their security and we sat down and said, your Vax Pass is none of our business or your business. And guess what? They couldn't even call the police. A few days ago, I went to LA Fitness and they said, we have a Vax Pass now. I brought about 200 people with me, and we said, our medical history is between us and our doctors. Rule number 1, you never disclose your vaccination status, period. Rule number 2, serve your employer, your school, whoever it is, with notices of liability. We have them at a website called Ethics Over Fear, and these work. I had multiple students use them and get back to me and say they were completely exempted. That's right. I had a public worker that works for the government, the first people to have their shit mandated, come back to me and say they got exempted. And these are better than you going and getting fake passports. That just perpetuates the problem.
Yes.
Period. But if everybody goes and files notices of liability, if everybody goes and files lawsuits, oh, and by the way, if you're having trouble finding a lawyer, here's why. The government won't tell you this, but government insiders tell me everything. If you're having trouble finding a great lawyer, it's because our government used our tax dollars to retain all the best law firms in the country. All the ones that they knew had the power and resources to fight back against these wrongful dismissals and wrongful terminations, they retained them. So when you end up calling these law firms, they just simply tell you they can't help you. And it gives you the impression that there's no one out there willing to fight for you. And it's because the government literally bought them off with your money. There's a reason all this is going on. There's a reason the PPC was sent to distract you. There's a reason that guy was sent to distract you. There's a reason that yesterday, at the same time that we were being hacked and attacked in the middle of the street, you want to ask him? Ask him. He was one of the people there. 4 of us witnessed his telephone in a text message, typing out a text message in front of our very eyes. As we were trying to delete it, it would retype it. And I don't want to tell you the contents of the text message, but I'm telling you, it was trying to say that something really bad had happened to me and my wife. So someone had hacked into the phone and was trying to send a message from his phone to someone else to say something really bad had happened to us and get a record of it. At the same time, my phone was disabled, internet and telephone. So I had to call an attorney from another phone because I was just scared. And at that same moment, we were approached by a group of men on the street in the middle of the night in downtown Toronto, a very sketchy area. And when they got to within 20 feet of us, at the exact same time, they all put hoods on over their heads, like they were ready to attack us. Now, if everybody knows, not only am I speaking, I'm involved in a very big lawful, moral, and ethical plan to get our country back. I'm the face, I'm the front man, so I'm pretty important. There's another gentleman that's involved, one of 3, and he's extremely important because he's involved in the media, and he's the first phase of this. At the very same time last night, this gentleman who shall remain nameless, who's already living in a safe house with a state-of-the-art security system connected to the internet 24 hours a day so it can be monitored, well, guess what? His whole security system got taken down at the exact same time last night when his phone was being hacked and we were being attacked. This is not an accident, people. They are scared of us. These are reactionary measures. These are actions the government is taking in response to things we are doing. That means we are having an impact. That means we are making a difference. when they do things like that, it doesn't discourage me. It just makes me more strength in my convictions, and it brings more of my anger to the fight. And we need more anger from all of you. Anger out of what you know you're doing to your children. Think about where this goes in 3-5 years. Think about it. And I want all the people listening and watching on my live, the people with real resources and means. I'm talking about the billionaires, the captains of industry, the crypto people, the developers, the oil guys, the mining people. All you guys that have all this money, what do you think is going to happen to your grandchildren? You think your money is going to save them? No. You think you're going to save them? No. You know who can save them? Me and us. So if you're not supporting us, and I don't mean support, this is not support, okay? When people come up to me and they want to take a picture and they want to buy a t-shirt and it ends there, that's not support. If you want to do that, you might as well just go home and leave me alone. Taking a picture with me so you can show your friends doesn't mean shit. Telling me you support me and you watch my videos and you want to wear a Just Say No t-shirt doesn't mean shit. What does matter is your actions. And your actions have to match your words. And that's not what I'm seeing. And you know how I have proof of that? I was in Montreal. We had 300,000 friggin' people on the streets. And they're all chanting, no vax pass, no vax pass. Yeah, I was just in Montreal. I had to leave because it was so disgusting that every single place you tried to go to, the people were lining up with their papers, just like this. It was so disgusting, and everybody was going along with it, and I'm starting to see the same thing happen here. And I'm telling you right now, the next level of this, if you haven't figured it out yet, they already approved the third shot, okay? The FDA voted 16-2 against approving it, yet somehow it still got approved. And they're going to approve a 4th and 5th and 6th. And that's how they're going to keep you in this. And that's why they want 100% compliance in vaccine. Because the only way they can take away your rights and freedoms is if everybody complies with giving up their rights and freedoms. And that's why all of a sudden there's all this pressure in every industry, in every angle to make you get the jab. Because they're trying to enslave you. And the next step, ladies and gentlemen, is your 6-month-old to 11-year-old children. Yes, that's what they're going to start doing in January 2022. Once they have you well-trained like the sheep animal little losers you are, or so they think, by 2022, they're going to tell you the vaccine passport is staying. It's not temporary, just like this was all 2 weeks. The vaccine passport is not meant to be temporary. It's meant to be the start of your control grid, which I warned you about almost 2 years ago, and you people walked around in La La Land and made fun of me. And now that it actually happened, you're still walking around in La La Land and making fun of it. And now, they're about to start injecting your 6-month-old to 11-year-old children with this garbage. And you know what? The vast majority of you will probably comply. And that's the equivalent of selling your children's soul to the devil. And I'm telling you right now, if you Canadians let it slide that far, after everything I've done, everything I've risked, and everything I keep trying to do, I'm out of here. I'm not going to tell anyone where I'm going. I'm just going to disappear one day, and you're going to wake up and be like, wow, we're fucked. Understand? I hope this is sinking in right now. Because right now, Canada is on the world stage. They're making a mockery of every single one of us. And they're counting on every single one of you to be losers, to be pathetic, to be too weak to just say no. And I see it working. I see business owners turning away customers and complaining and making excuses and blaming everybody but themselves. So when you guys go home today, I want you to take a long look in the mirror. And I want you to look at yourself and say, I am the fucking problem. I am the solution. And that's the reality of the situation. If you guys go and you buy a shirt and you come and talk to me on the street over there and you take a picture and you wear my clothes, and then I watch you go around and get a fake vax pass, or I watch you go and give a vaccine certificate, or I watch you complain about not being able to go watch your kids play hockey, I'm gonna lose it on you. I'm at the end of my rope with Canadians because this is not a game anymore. You've been warned for 1.5 years, and you're still, when I'm coming here, you know what the #1 question I keep getting from people is? What are you doing after the protest? Really? You're more worried about where we're going to be partying? I'm not partying after the protest. You know what I'm doing? I'm trying to survive, and I'm trying to get to London, Ontario tomorrow to do another one so I can try to save more people. If you want to have a party, join a political movement. And I want to reiterate that. Where are your politicians now? When I told you all your vote means nothing, and you still snicker. I see people snicker in the crowd when I say this, because you're so programmed and brainwashed from decades of propaganda. What did your vote matter? Every time you voted, where did it get us to? This exact point. Did you vote for lockdowns? Did you vote for business closures? Did you vote for vaccine passports? But somehow your vote matters. Somehow going along with the PPC was the right thing to do. The election was a distraction, you idiots. They made it because we started waking people up, and we actually started taking action against the Vax Pass, like making groups, putting posters in windows, telling people this is the safe zone, making websites where businesses could show that they're not gonna capitulate to the Vax Pass. But no, what did the rest of you do? 99% of you started talking about your favorite politician or how we're gonna get rid of Trudeau. Meanwhile, the only other person mathematically eligible to even win is O'Toole. You can pretend we have more than a two-party system. That means you're a fucking idiot, because we don't. When you have only two parties that you can choose from, and the other ones are just there for lip service, you have a two-party system. And when Kevin O'Toole goes on TV and says, I support the liberal gun ban, I support the vaccine passports, what the hell did you think is gonna happen? So you voted Trudeau, you get Trudeau. You vote O'Toole, you get Trudeau with O'Toole's name. And you vote Bernier, and what did you get? Battered woman syndrome. A man that can't even win his own riding. A man that spent 17 years as a globalist. And once again, where are they now? Where is the supposed Freedom Party? When there's no election and no more t-shirt and mask sales, they were selling masks by the way, they just disappear. But guess what? They're still going to tell you how they had such a great election and how their voices were so strong. What did they change? What did they change besides distracting you from taking real action? What did they change besides making you feel like you did your part after you voted and then sat back on your couch and waited for the election and waited for the vaccine passport to happen and then shrugged your shoulders and said, well, better luck in 4 years. Maybe in 4 years they might be able to get a seat. Maybe in the next 60 years they might actually win. Maybe by the time your kids that are like 3 years old or my age, Maxime Bernier might be relevant. You think Canada is going to exist by then? We have all these people talking about solutions politically. You're going to wait for another election? Another one? You're going to vote for another moron? You're going to wait for them to save you? Ladies and gentlemen, by 2022, Canada does no longer exist. We are officially a shithole nation. Let me say that again. September 25th, in Toronto, Ontario, Chris Sky is declaring Canada a shithole nation. And the reason being is because we have the weakest, most compliant, childlike, naive, and scared population. Canadians are #1 in the world for making excuses for their cowardice and then praising those who are cowards as virtuous. And that is the biggest mind fuck in the history of mankind. They tell you we can't be like Americans. America was founded on blood, ladies and gentlemen. It was founded on revolution. It was founded on non-compliance. Of course they don't want you to be like that. Of course they want you to be nice. So they can say, by the way, we did a vaccine passport, and you're going to comply because you're nice. You're going to comply because you're a bitch. That's what it means. You're their bitch. You are allowing them to abuse your children. You are allowing them to steal your future. And you allowed them in 2 years to go from, it's just a mask in 2 weeks, to papers, please, for the rest of your life. If you are not as disgusted with yourselves as I am with all of us, then you are part of the problem. If you go away today with nothing but these harsh words and don't change your actions, then you are part of the problem. If you're one of the friggin' hundreds of people a day who comes up to me and asks me for a picture and a selfie and a smile, and then you go back to going around with the crowd, then you are part of the problem. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know how to stress this anymore. The time for games is over. The time for pleasantries is over. I love you. I care about you. But I'm not going to sacrifice my life, my soul, my wife, and the rest of my family for people that aren't even willing to stand up for their own friggin' children. I'd like to be able to have children. I didn't have kids yet. Why? Because I knew this was coming. And I'm not going to have kids until this is over. So, or I'm not going to have kids till I leave this country, one way or the other. But I'm telling you one thing. I won't stay here if you don't fight with me. I won't. And if I leave here, you think I'm just one guy, I think it'll have a pretty big impact on where this country goes. So if you guys truly care about yourselves, you truly care about your kids, and for the wealthy people watching, if you truly care about the future of the country, here, I'm going to give my phone number out. Because like I said, I'm a part of a big plan that's going to take this country back. Why do you think they're after me? Why do you think I'm a target? Why do you think you have to keep your distance? Because they're afraid of me. And you know what? That's fucking right. You should be. You should be more scared of me than you are of the government. You should be. Because guess what? If you guys disappear me like you tried last night, what do you think's going to happen? You think Canadians are just going to roll over and play dead? Or do you think we're going to have real riots in the streets? And you think the people aren't going to show up to the politician's house with pitchforks? So you want to disappear me? You want to kidnap me? You want to put a bullet in me? Go ahead. I'm still going to win. If that's what you want to do, all I got to do is up the timeline. Unlike the very vast majority of Canadians, I am willing to die for my rights and my beliefs. And I'm not asking you to be willing to die. I'm not. I'm just asking you to be willing to lose your schooling or lose your job for a moment or stand up to a security guard in an arena. These aren't big things, ladies and gentlemen. I'm risking my life. I'm asking you to risk a confrontation with a security guard. And you're making it seem like I'm asking you to friggin' walk on hot coals while people are shooting at you with bow and arrows. It's ridiculous. The amount of people in Canada that are weak or pathetic is disgusting. I got a call from a 20-year-old crying on the phone, literally crying to me. Chris Sky, you gotta help me. I didn't have any idea what hell happened. I'm like, what's wrong? Are you okay? I just got a notice that if I'm not vaccinated, I won't be able to play volleyball at the community center anymore. I said, excuse me, how old are you? I'm 20. I'm like, you know, it's about 60 years ago, 20-year-olds were storming the beach of Normandy worrying about getting their head blown off by a shell, right? And that's what we call social engineering, ladies and gentlemen. We took a country full of actual citizens, patriots, and men, and we turned them into a country of sissy boy little bitches. And I don't use that word lightly. When I say little bitches, I want it to cut deep into your heart and soul. And I know it does, because I can only speak the truth. I'm supernaturally bound by law to speak the truth. So when I look you in the eyes and look at every single Canadian man, and I say, you are little bitches, I know you feel it. I know it hurts right here, because it's the truth. And when we have women standing up more than men, we got problems. All the power to the women, but let's see, throughout history, who were the fighters? Was it the women holding the weapons and wearing the armor and going out to fight, or was it the men? Now all of a sudden, the men are counting on the women to do their fighting for them. The men are counting on their kids to do their fighting for them. I meet children that have more balls than the entire population of Canada combined. It's disgusting. Grow some balls, Canada. That should be the next hashtag. Grow some balls, Canada. And now guess what? You guys are going to go out and go do a march. What the hell does a march accomplish? So you guys can circle jerk each other and scream and yell on the streets and dance and have a good time? Is that where we're at? We're going to dance and have a good time while they've just taken your rights and freedoms? Are you guys that stupid? What does that accomplish?
Nothing.
Like, talking is a good thing, because I'm telling you guys information. I'm giving you guys plans of action. I'm telling you what to do. then you're going to go on a march, forget everything I said, and it's just like when you go on the march, it's like when you vote. You did your march and now you feel like you did something. How about if you go on the march, you have some fucking balls, and groups of you go into different restaurants and say, see us. How about you do something like that? How about you walk into some stores without a mask, rather than just pretending like you all do? How about you do that? You're all in a group, you're all walking down the street, and all, just dancing and singing, doing absolutely nothing, trying to make yourselves feel good. And look where that's gotten us. Look at that. Look, there's not even that many people here. We should have the streets filled with people screaming and yelling and saying, give us our freedom back. But no, you guys want to walk in the streets and put on your favorite 90s dance song and maybe even do a little flash mob. Ridiculous. And you want to know why they don't treat you with respect? Look how you act. Look what you allow. So you still want to do your march? Go ahead. I'm going to be standing over there on the street, and if people want to meet me and see me, you're going to have to make a lineup and socially distance, because otherwise, if I get swarmed, they're going to try to bother me, and I don't feel like going to jail again for the night. Well, I'm on 8 bails, but I'm in the jail like 14 times since 2020. Ask yourselves that, guys. Why would I have been arrested 3 times in the last 2 weeks? They tried to make it 4, and I got away from that one. Right as the Vax Pass happens. You think that's a coincidence? Or you think it's because from the very start of this pandemic, their primary objective was the vaccine passport? Because it means the nullification of your God-given rights and freedoms that better and stronger people gave up their lives for you to have. Idiots tell me, oh, we fought for the right to vote. No, you didn't, you pathetic idiots. You fought for freedom. The right to vote is not freedom. They used your vote to enslave you. They used your vote to pacify you. They used your vote to give you, the Canadians who love an excuse to be useless, the perfect excuse to be useless. So Canadians, I'm so sick of you. I'm sorry, I'm going to say it. I've never been more sick of a population in my life. Look at Australia. Do you see what's going on over there? That's Canada in 3 months. You want to get shot with rubber bullets? You want to have to download an app that makes you take a selfie to prove to the government that you're at home? Do you want to make it so you can't go more than 5 kilometers from your house? And you want to make it so you got to take a shot every 6 months forever? And then they can do whatever else they want. So, are you going to start listening to me? Are you going to start actually taking action? And am I going to actually start seeing other people do things? Because everybody wants to do shit. Everybody's like, oh, Chris, I love what you did at LA Fitness, man. Okay, so why don't you go do it at your gym? Oh, why don't you come to my gym? So I'm going to go to every gym in Canada, organize people, and get them there. I go to places like this, and I go to places like London, and I go to places like Niagara, so I can create other leaders. I can't be a leader for everybody at all places at all time. I can't show up where you are and physically hold your hand and bring you. I can make videos showing you how it's done. I can do events and lead by example. But if you guys are too afraid to stand up for yourselves and do the same thing, then it's never going to work. That's what united non-compliance is. When I walked through the airport and I made that video and I showed everybody how to decline the test, decline the quarantine, it didn't change the world. It worked because it was non-compliance. It worked for me perfectly. But guess what? We still had hotel quarantine the next day. But when all of you started doing it and actually taking action and following my lead and being leaders yourself, tens of thousands of Canadians went through the airport and said, stick your hotel quarantine up your ass, I'll take my phony fine, and I'm going to be out of here. And within not even months, a few weeks, we overloaded the system. There's now no more hotel quarantine, and every one of those fines is thrown out of court.
Do it, man.
So did you not learn anything from that? Why aren't we doing the same thing with the vaccine passport? If you're a friggin' restaurant, do you know how pathetic you are when somebody walks in and there's already 20 people in your restaurant and you're like, oh, QR code please. If I don't give you a QR code and you seat me, what do you think the chances are of somebody walking in there from the government coming and saying, we want to check everybody's vaccination status in this establishment.
Good luck.
Are you out of your friggin' mind? The chances of that are like you winning the lottery twice.
Yeah.
But you're so scared of that, you'll turn away 20 to 30% of your clientele and piss off the other 50% because you're so friggin' scared of nothing because you're such fucking pussies that you will let that happen. And then guess what? Even if somebody did come in, what are they gonna do? What are they gonna do? What did they do when we went into the Eaton Center? Where's your QR code? I sat down and I ate, and they sat there and they're like on their phone. Oh my god, guys, there's somebody that's not doing what we say. What do we do? And then the cops got back to them and said, chill the hell out, man. They're eating. And like, you see the security guard standing there like, oh my god, am I gonna get fired? Am I gonna get fired because somebody got by me and they're eating food without a QR code? And they're literally shitting their pants. Shitting their pants. And cops didn't come. Why? Because if cops came, they would have had to deal with me. And you know what I would have told them? What law am I breaking? Oh, they're gonna say trespassing? Really? So I'm trespassing by going into the mall and purchasing food at the food court and sitting there to eat it because I refuse to disclose my vaccination status? Well, I'd love for you to prove that one in court, and they know they can't. And if they want to give me a little trespass ticket before I even leave the building, I'll already be on the phone with the professional standards department, and they'll be getting reported. And the cops don't want to get reported for that because then they're going to look like idiots, and they're going to look like tyrants. And I already know that the majority of our police do not agree with this. So if you own a business and you know the police are on your side, who the hell is going to come there and ticket you?
Nobody.
Did the cops go to LA Fitness? When I walked in there with 200 people and a lot of them didn't even have a membership, they actually got a day pass without their Vax pass? Yeah. Did I get arrested when we got into Nova Scotia? You guys heard about that, right? Nova Scotia, to get there, it's like a different country. They set up a border with a checkpoint. And in order to go there, you have to go online and you have to apply for a travel pass. Wow. And you have to prove it's essential. And then you got to show them your Vax pass, unless you want to quarantine for 14 days. Wow. Well, I had an event there and I wasn't planning on doing any of that. And I was planning on doing my event. So we found a way, I can describe it for you if you guys want to know Mission Impossible, but we found a way to get across their checkpoint. You want to know how we did it? I'll tell you, because fuck you, government. I'll tell everybody what we did. So, this is what we did. And we had the most blatant car. Everybody knows my car. It has my friggin' name right on it. So what did we do? We stopped in New Brunswick, right near the border. We had somebody come from Nova Scotia with a commercial vehicle, because the commercial vehicles go to a different line. All you residential normal folk have to wait in a nice 2-3 hour line while they check all your paperwork and remove your rights. But if you're working and doing commerce, they give you a special lane where you could drive through. So we put the truck on the trailer, put the people in the truck on the trailer, drove right through their little checkpoint waving at them, drove past their toll booth, paid for it, pulled over, pulled the car off, put the plates on. Now we're in Nova Scotia. Made it. We went to Citadel Hill. Citadel Hill is like an epic place. I don't know if you guys know, it's amazing. There was thousands of people there waiting. We had a pickup truck for me to speak on. And I started speaking just like today. And it was a massive energy, massive reception. And then sure enough, we looked and we saw a paddy wagon coming down. And I'm like, oh God, here we go again. Number 16. But guess what? The police reached their hands out the window, gave a thumbs up, waved, and drove off. So if I can do all that just so I can speak to you people, why can't you go to a restaurant and refuse your vaccination status? Why can't you stand up to your job as a group of people and refuse your vaccination status? We will be there to help you. Like I said, I'm going to give out my phone number, because if there's any people of substance and resources actually watching this who actually have a set of balls, a set of morals, and actually want to help their country, they can contact me, because my number is public. Because unlike the politicians, I have nothing to hide, I'm not afraid of anybody, and I'm actually here to help.
That's right.
So here it is, world. Take it down. If you want to crank on me, go ahead. I'm used to it too. It's 416-400-9994. So that's 400-9994. So now everyone in the world has my number. Everyone in the world knows I have a plan against this government. Everyone in the world knows that the government is trying to stop me from implementing this plan because they know that my plan has the ability to get us all what we want. So now anybody that actually has, like I said, balls, resources, and morals, contact me today. For everyone else that just wants to get a t-shirt and go home, don't even bother. If you're gonna get a t-shirt and you're gonna wear it and you're gonna walk into a store and you're gonna declare that you're not disclosing your vaccination status and you're gonna make a video and post it on your social media like I've been doing to show other people that there are people standing up to give other people hope, then proudly come and grab my stuff. I'll be over there, I'll sign it, I'll meet you, I love you. But don't grab my shit if you're just gonna take it home and capitulate. Because this is not for people to just sport. This is for people who actually believe in what it says, like I do. And I still believe in Canada. Don't get me wrong, these harsh words are not because I don't think we can win. If I didn't think we could win, I wouldn't be here, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here because I know we can win. You all just need a big kick in the ass. Maybe I should have worn my steel-toe boots today, but since I couldn't even go home last night due to my family's safety, I'm still wearing the same clothes I was yesterday. Thank you very much. As I said, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to support, the stuff's over there. I'll be over there. We got a line up on the street. If you want to go on your ferry march, go right ahead. I will not be participating in any marches unless they have substance. So unless you're going to be walking into stores mask-free, or unless you're going to be going to restaurants and demanding to be seated, then I'm not going to be part of that. I got to go and chill and do my own thing. You guys will notice, all you got to do is take off your mask one time, and you'll start to see how much easier it is simply to not put it on. Then put it on and take it off, put it on and take it off. Much easier, much more liberating. And the same thing happens when you stand up for your vaccine passport. We were all about, they try to call us anti-mask, anti-vax. We were only telling you not to go along with it because we knew it was the lead up to the vaccine passport. You think I give a shit if you choose to wear a mask or you choose to get vaccinated? No, that's your choice. I don't care. It has nothing to do with me. However, we all were trying to warn you that that was a phased plan to get you to a vaccine passport where you wouldn't have the choice anymore. And everybody thought we were crazy. And now that it's actually affecting people, the chickens are coming home to roost. So ladies and gentlemen, consider this your wake-up call, Canada. We are now officially a shithole, and it's up to us to get our country back. I love you.